It's not pride. It's not stubbornness. A man has to stand for something. Okay, fine. What would you do if you were in my situation? It's not a rhetorical question. I'm asking you a question. I'm asking for your input. What would you do? Sorry, let's rewind. Let's take this thing back to something of a beginning so that we know what is what. So, here we are. We are back in the film director's office. Myself and my agent, Sonny Chooks. Now, Sonny had told me that he had just landed the greatest career, the greatest work of my career. I've tried to talk to Sonny to tell me what it's about. I've tried, but every time he says, no, it's the best, I shouldn't worry. Anyway, we're here in the office. We've been waiting. Sonny's in the corner over here admiring the posters of celebrities, movies, secretly hoping he was up there as one of them. Meanwhile, I am here in this office. I've been waiting here patiently for 2 hours. Sonny? Sonny? Sonny, what is this thing about now? This film, what is it about? Sonny, answer me when I'm talking to you now. Sonny? He turns and looks at me. One, calm down now. Look, I got you, man. Look, see, this is a job, a great character I know you are definitely gonna ace. And one day, if they sign some of these celebrities that they are talking about, you're gonna be working among some A-list celebrities one day. Sonny, I know. But what I'm asking you is, what is his heart? Its heart, its soul. What drives it, Sonny? That's what I'm asking you. What is it about? One is the job. Step up in your career. Money in the bank. That is drive enough. It is drive enough. Look, I understand. I totally get what he's saying. But Sonny is always on about business, business, business. He thinks that all I care about is the arts. As if I don't have bills to pay. Look, Victor, let me tell you something here. Check and give something. See, this thing is business. I know you are a fine actor. Better than a lot of all these jokers in the industry here. I know, one day. But you got to understand that this thing we are in is a money-making business. And it is all about profit. And all we're gonna do to make that profit. I get what he's saying. I totally understand it. You see, Sonny has poured a lot of himself into this chase. But so have I. So have I. I believe that no matter what we have sacrificed, we must remain responsible for how the ripples of our life affect other people swimming in these waters of life. We have to be. Right? Right? Sonny doesn't like me talking like this. Every time I say things like this, one day you're just a romantic. A helpless romantic, eh? Coldridge ain't got nothing on you one day. And you're just a businessman. Exactly. Look, one day. Look, in this industry, roles for people like us don't come very often. We are little black fish in big white waters. But, puppet master I am, I pulled a bit here string and I landed you this role. Let's just say the producer sort of owes me a favor. Victor, do not screw this thing sideways. Oh. Enano, do not screw this thing sideways because I know you. Sonny, thank you. I really appreciate it. One day, why are you thanking me? I'm your agent. This is my job. One day, don't worry. No, look, I really... So the funniest thing happened here. Just as I was in the middle of my heartfelt thank you, this sexy, slim-looking white secretary comes in with a box and walks past us. Just in the middle of my heartfelt thank you. Chukudi, I really appreciate this. Sonny flipped. Hey, one day. Don't call me that. Easy on the third name calling one day. How you doing? What is wrong with you? Chukudi, are you okay? One day, I said, don't call me that in this. Hey, nothing at all. We waited for her to leave, and then Sonny immediately explained himself. One day, look, these white people, they don't like our traditional names. It is difficult for them to pronounce, and some of them don't like that. Anytime we are in company like this, don't do it. That is why I use the name Sonny. Hey, Sonny! Yo, Sonny! Hey, Sonny Chooks! You see, it is simple and slick. But I know you. If you cannot fight the nostalgia, then just keep it short and call me Chooks. Chooks. That's my name. Sonny Chooks. Hi! One day. Not the name your mother blessed you with. One day, it is a business name. Are you ashamed of your name? I am not ashamed of anything. Look, I'm telling you, it is a business name. A business name. Sonny Chooks. The truth was, we would have gotten into another argument right here, but the film director walked in and interrupted us. A white guy, Larry Singer. Sonny immediately introduced us. Hey, Larry, how you doing? I'm fine, I am. Larry, this here is the young prodigy I told you about. His name is Victor Chimezie. Victor, this here is Mr. Larry Singer, soon to be award-winning Hollywood filmmaker. Mr. Larry, it's a pleasure to meet you. Same here, Victor. Same here. Mr. Chimezie, it's a pleasure as well. It's Chimezie. What? You see, I was actually correcting him on how to pronounce my name. It's Chimezie, not Chimizi. Okay. Chimiye. Chimezie. Syllables. All right. Me. Sonny just jumped in. Why don't you just call him Victor? Victor. That's a whole lot safer, Victor. All right, Victor, Larry, I know y'all got some business to get down to, so I'm going to just let you to get down to what y'all got to get down to. Pieces. With that, Sonny left me and Larry to get to know ourselves. Now, Larry's a funny guy. He's a really funny guy. He's a white guy directing a film about Africans, who is very aware of the fact that he's a white guy directing a film about Africans, all the while ignoring the fact that he's a white guy directing a film about Africans. Just argue that with your ancestors, don't worry. Anyway, we actually got off on the right foot. So, Sonny speaks very highly of you, as every trader does his goods. Every trader, I like that, yeah. So are you and Sonny related? In-laws, cousins? No, how do I put this? Okay, we're from the same place, we're Igbo. Igbo, that's a tribe? No, it's an ethnic group in Nigeria. So how long have you been here in the States? I've been here for in and about 5 years, but for the last 3, I've been very stable here. Yes, I do a lot of theater, but I've not done a lot of film, really. Yes, I work with this group called the Lantern Players. We do a lot of international productions here, there, you know. As a matter of fact, we actually finished one play quite recently. It's called Death and the King's Horseman. It's by a Nigerian playwright called Wole Soyinka. Yeah. I was shocked that he knew the play. But he didn't just know the play. I love that very play. You don't say. Yeah. Why are you so surprised? I'm sorry, Larry, I've not met a lot of people who are familiar with African literature here. Well, I'll have you know that I actually started out in the theater. I directed that very play once. So, tell me, who do you play? I played the Election Oba, the horseman himself. That's very impressive. My favorite part is the fifth, the scene where the horseman has been bound and thrown into a cell, his hands bound in chains. Within himself, he battles his own implosion. And he says to the horseman, of course, he says to Pilkins, the district officer, Pilkins, he says, the night is not that what? No, that's not it. That's not it. I'll get it. I promise you, I know it. I knew this scene, and I couldn't resist putting on a show. After all, it's an audition. The night is not at peace, oh ghostly one. There is no peace in the world tonight. You have shattered the peace of the world forever. There is no sleep in the world tonight. I knew I was overdoing it. I knew. But after all, he liked it. So anyway, Larry gave me coffee, and then we sat down and talked about theater and other things. I took the opportunity to ask him about the film, yeah? So, Larry, tell me, what is this film about? On the surface, it's about a journalist, a freelance American journalist who finds himself in the middle of war-torn Nigeria, pursuing what may or may not be a ghost story. War-torn Nigeria? Yeah, it's called Black Blood. Yeah. He got up, went over to the box, opened it, got out a manuscript, dusted it, and gave it to me. Right there on the pages in the front, Black Blood. Wait, Larry, sorry. Where exactly is this war tearing Nigeria apart? It's set in the South, the Niger Delta is called. Yeah. Amidst all the oil crisis, the battle for control, for supremacy. Yeah, it's a work in progress. Larry, I know, but war-torn? You gotta understand, you got all these volatile elements. Rebels, militias, drug lords, spies, corrupt government officials. One way or the other, it's war, And Victor, it's a movie, a thriller. We need action, drama, tension. It's a movie, not a documentary, Victor. Look, I know, Larry, but for some people, movies are the only windows to the rest of the world. That struck him. Victor, you got to understand, it's a work in progress. Yeah, it is. What we're going to be doing today is we're going to be doing a dry read. Howard would like to know what your challenges are. My challenges? Yeah. You know Howard, right? Howard Flynn. Big shot movie producer. Look, Victor, if you don't know him, just act like you do, okay? He's coming here today with Kiyode Aditobe. You definitely know him. Kiyode Aditobe. Kiyode. Oh. It took me a while before I realized he was actually talking about somebody. Oh, you mean Kayode Adetoba, the British-born Nigerian actor? Yes, I know him. Yeah, I really ought to learn how to pronounce these names. And just like that, as if on cue, both of them came bursting into the room. First off, big man, big belly, big hat, big cigar, Mr. Howard Flynn with his big voice, snapping his finger. All right, let's do this and get it done. Time's a dying species. And right behind him, Mr. Kayode Adetoba, cool as cucumber, British-born, comes waltzing into the room. Hello, good morning. Let's do this. Let's all do this. I knew exactly who was who, but of course, Larry had to still introduce them. There they are, fellas. Toby, Howard. Introductions. Victor, this is Howard Flynn, the biggest thing in Hollywood since Hollywood. Howard, this here is Victor, Chimpy, something. Sonny's client, right? Yeah, Sonny's client, yeah. I didn't take offense. The truth was, I was actually more excited in meeting Mr. Kayode Adetoba in the flesh. I said, sir, I am familiar with all of your works. His response, yes, of course you are. Chimizi. You're from Nigeria, right? Northern parts, western parts? Of course, his geography needed a bit brushing up. No, sir, from the east. Well, I hope he can actually act. Better not be some random bloke off the street looking to put some pennies in his scruffy pockets. That's what we're here to find out. Larry, let's do this. Let's just do this. It's as if Howard being in the room had changed the very density of the air we were breathing. Everything seemed to move very quickly. Larry came over here, set up a camera, set up the playing area, and then me and Coyote actually took our positions, and now the rehearsal was set. The audition to determine my challenges, as Larry puts it. Fellas, we're going to be going straight into the dry read. Victor, Toby, both of you are going to be playing the main Africans in the story, okay? It's very important that we start to build a rhythm. We're a bit behind schedule, but we got to be fast. We got to act fast, but we got to be efficient. Now, what we're doing is, Larry, let them read. That's what's important right now. Okay, Howard, all right. Toby, you're going to be playing the character of General Baba Mbaratula. He is the leader of the rebel militia. Victor, you're Tiger, a lieutenant in Mbaratula's foe army. Okay? Wait. General Baba Mbaratula. Wait, where are these characters from in the Niger Delta? Is that important? Yes, I would like to know what accent to use. Accent? Just talk African. Look, sir, in the Niger Delta, we have different tribes, different tongues, Just tongue it any way you like. Larry, can we do this, please? All right. Larry went ahead to narrate the scene. In my mind, I was thinking, no wonder Sonny didn't tell me anything about this film, because he knew me. Anyway, Larry went ahead to set up the scene, as he puts it, deep in the brutal jungles of the Niger Delta. Interior, Mbaratula's tent, midnight. The sound of crickets and frogs blends in with the sound of the village drumming and singing. Mbaratula's in his tent, relaxing with his boys, when all of a sudden Tiger barges in. I was flipping through the pages, and in my mind, I began to see exactly what I was in for. Another war in Africa story. I wanted to quit. God knows I wanted to quit. But the truth was, I was here. Give it a try. You never know. Anyway, I assumed the character of Tiger, and then I barged in, and I knelt down there. My general, sir, may I have a word? Coyote, sitting down here, in his best impression of an African warlord, opened his mouth. And what in the name of Mama Africa came out? Of course you can, Lieutenant. My doors and ears are always open to my people. That is a Nigerian accent. I didn't want to drop the scene, so I continued. May I speak to you in private, my general? General Baba Mbaratula hides nothing from his people. He does not. Whatever you have to say can be said in front of us all. I know, my general, I know, but some matters are best borne by the head first before the rest of the body. Tiger, as always, your tongue is as sharp as my machete. All right. Boys, fall out. Let me and the lieutenant have a private chat. Yes. All right, Tiger, speak. My general, sir, there is a heaviness on my mind. The last mission on which we sent our boys. A tragedy. To lose so many good men like that to an ambush. They must be avenged. My general, sir, it's the way it happened, my general. Something is not right about it. What are you insinuating? Just then, Howard, who looked like as if he wasn't paying attention, jumped in with a glorious observation. I'm insinuating. Larry, isn't that a bit too fluent for an African? Take a note. Insinuating. Too fluent for Africans. Anyway, I don't want to offend him, so we continued. Kayode in his mind, thinking he was doing Africa a service. Let's see what we can do with that. What are you suggesting? No. What are you suggesting? Suggesting? I said, what are you suggesting? My general, sir, the only way the army would have ambushed our boys is if, my general, there is a spy among us. What? Abomination! My general, sir, that will not be the first time. Look, our ranks have been infiltrated before. That was in the past. That was before my reign. A traitor among my men. A rat in my kitchen. Tiger, do you think General Baba Mbaratula so weak that he cannot command loyalties from among his ranks? Do you spit such an insult in my face? Do you spit such an insult in my face? The truth was that at this point I had zoned out because I was flipping through the script to figure out where this rubbish was going to. I was so zoned out that it took Kayode yelling at me to understand what was going on. I said, do you spit? Oi, come on, man, don't drop the sing. We got a sing going here. Don't drop the line. Come on, man. Victor, is there anything wrong with your script? No, it's just these characters. Is there a problem, Victor? Okay, sir. First of all, these characters. Baba Mbaratula. Sir, that is not from anywhere in Nigeria. Sounds Nigerian enough to me. Okay, sir. Okay, so these characters, they're from the Niger Delta. And the Niger Delta is made up of what? 9 states. Among them, so many tribes, so many cultures, so many traditions. It's too broad to be vague about. Vague? Look. I know Africa's a big country, but it's not like Russia. Sir, all I'm saying is, if these men are Nigerians, they might as well be Nigerians. A little basics will help us. Help with our characterization. You know, help Mr. Kayode here with his accent. Kayode did not like being included in this my critical hot take. Don't say us, mate. You're the one complaining. And what do you mean help me with my accent? Mr. Kayode, that is not a Nigerian accent. I beg your pardon. Howard, there is absolutely nothing wrong with my accent. Who the hell does this bloke think he is anyway? The chick of the chap. That's enough, Toby. Down, Toby, down. I shouldn't have said anything, but Larry here, sensing the tension, decided to jump in and quell the tensions. Victor, let's just take it a notch down, okay? Look, I understand where you're coming from, but you gotta understand, the script isn't finished yet, yeah? Yeah? Okay? Let's just read. It's okay, I'm very sorry. I did not mean to I did not mean to insult anybody. Mr. Chimizi, let me ask you a question. Are you the director of this movie? No, sir. The producer, maybe. Of course not, sir. Are you here as a scriptwriter? No. Exactly. You're here as an actor, and that is the confinement of your function. To enact a character you are given as you are given. In this country, we like to do things a bit more orderly, okay? If you don't like that, those there are called doors. You can walk out of them. Everyone stick to the confinement of their function. I make movies to make money, not promote foreign relations. Excuse me. Hello? You called me. Oh. Larry, I gotta take this outside. Walk with me. Oh, hello there. Oh, I wasn't expecting your call. Yeah. With that, Howard and Larry left the room, leaving me and the fuming Mr. Kaide together. In my mind, I thought to myself, this man, I didn't mean to offend him, so I had to apologize to him. That was awkward. Mr. Kaide, the guy didn't even let me say anything before he came flying at me. Now, you listen here, you impudent imp. I don't know who you know or have you got to be here, but if you ever again besmirch my skills as an actor, I will see to it that you are kicked so far back. The only acting you'll be doing is dancing around fireplaces, yelling voodoo chants with your ancestors. Mr. Kayode, I didn't mean to offend you now. Look, I thought I was stating the obvious. I thought you would understand because of your background. What do you mean, my background? Your parents, they are Nigerians, immigrants. So is that how your mother talks? Or your father? Is that how they talk? Good morning, my son. How are you today? Look, I don't care. I was born in Brighton. I live in London. The closest I've ever been to Africa is in a plane flying over it. I'll have you know that the only reason I've kept this bizarre excuse of a name is because the sheer oddity of it gets me attention. It makes me stand out. Please. Do you even know what your name means in Yoruba? Yoruba, that is the group where your parents are. I know what your Yoruba is. Please. Kayode, one who brings happiness. Adetoba, the crown is enough for the king. Mr. Kayode, you will do this. You will take a thing of pride, of worth, for a people who you are fighting or not, bound to by some degree of blood. You will take that and spit on it, even for a people who you have no ties of kin to. You will portray your fellow man to his peril. Chai. I know your type. Yes, you're one of these dreamers. Heads up in the cloud, fairy tale up your ass. Yes. You'd come here and hold your shoulders up so you can tell everyone later, I held my head up high through it all no matter what. You do not know me, Kayode. I do, mate, I do. If your will is weak, mine is unwavering. The kind that actually provokes change. You do not know me, Mr. Kayode. You lack the vision to conceive my kind. Look, more than anger, I felt pity for this boy. I would have given him a piece of my mind, but Larry came in and interrupted us just as I was about to. Oh, fellas, I see you're getting to know each other better. That's fantastic. You see, Larry was excited about something, but I wasn't sure what it was. Just as I was wondering, Howard came into the room, barging in with his voice. Excellent news! I have just wrapped up talks with an agent of a certain Mr. Washington. Hold on, Howard. You don't mean Mr. Den, the one and only. He's getting his contract tomorrow and he is signing on. That's absolutely fantastic, Howard. The truth was, yes, it was fantastic news. I agree. The problem, however, was, what am I doing here? I had no idea how big this was going to get. So while everyone was jubilating, I was in a corner here thinking to myself, what kind of hell did Sonny jettison me into? Just then, Howard walked up to me. Mr. Chimizi, I expected you to be a bit more jubilant. I'm excited to be afforded the opportunity to work among some of the very best in the business. Oh, really? Well, you can show that excitement a little bit more. Or do you require jungle drums to express yourself a bit more? Larry, let's do this. Let's wrap this up. Victor. Okay, fellas, before we call it a day, we have to read one more scene. This scene is pivotal to the relationship between Mbaratula and Tiger. It's set way back in the past when Mbaratula was still a lieutenant and Tiger was just a teenage. Everyone flip your scripts to page 52. Page 52. Ah, yes, 52. There are a couple of other characters, but Victor, you read one, and Toby, you read the other one. There's an Irish priest here as well. Howard, would you read this? Okay, thank you. Thank you, Howard. There you go, 52. Okay, everyone there? Cool, I'll set it up. Exterior, rebel camp, noon, 1972. A truck zooms in and parks in front of the rebel camp. The driver jumps out and heads to the back. He raises the cover of the back, and within we see a couple of young boys, both teenagers and youngsters, each of them looking terrified and sweaty. Cut. Next scene. We open, the boys have been put in a line, and one by one they were handed guns. Right then, women and children bound and gagged are placed in front of the armed boys. Wait. Just wait. Child soldiers in this our Nigeria. I didn't know when I did. I had no idea when I even responded. Larry, please, Larry. Is there a problem, Chimizi? No, sir, it's not that there's a problem. It's just, are these boys supposed to be, are they supposed to be child soldiers? Yeah. Is there a problem? No, there's no problem. Victor, let's just read. Let's just get to the end. Larry, if there's a problem, then let him object. It's not that I want to object. It's just, then what is it? Shimizi, is there a problem? Is there a problem? No problem, sir. Larry, let's get this show on the road. Okay, couple of women and children bound and gagged, placed in front of the armed boys. Oh, yeah, we're here. So a couple of women and children armed, bound and gagged, placed in front of the armed boys. A soldier works. Toby, this is your part. A soldier walks up and barks out the order. Coyote, in his best impression of an African soldier, stood there. It is simple. Either you shoot or you will be shot. The boys raised their guns one by one, all except young Tiger. The order is given. Fire! A savage barrage is heard as the victims are massacred and crowd in agony. Cut. We resume back to the same scenes, guns freshly smoking. And just then the gates open as Mbarachula strolls into the scene. He observes the scene, and to another soldier he says, "So these are the new recruits, eh? Brats, animals. Have any of them given you any problems?" No problem, sir. But that one, Howard interrupted me very brutally. Hold on. Chimizi, read the lines properly. What do you mean properly, sir? The line. Read it properly. Yeah, read them properly. How do you mean properly, sir? I don't understand. Like Toby. Enjoying seeing Howard rub my face in the mud. Bring him to me. I ran and I knelt down in front of him. What is your name? Tiger, sir. Tiger! Please, sir. Please, my mother. I'm my only child, sir. Please, sir. Please, I'm of no use to you. Let me go. I swear I will not tell anybody about your camp. I will not tell anybody. Please, sir. Please, sir. Just let me go. This Coyote boy slapped me. Shut up, you weakling. You should be licking my boots in gratitude. We are giving you the opportunity to become a real man. But please, sir, please, I cannot kill. I've never killed before. I cannot. You cannot kill, eh? Then I will teach you. Bring out the priest. At this point, Howard ran to his side and knelt down there. And he was playing the character. He was really into this acting thing. Who knew? Young boy, you are African, and there is a beastliness inside of your blood. I, General Mbaratula, shall unleash it. Who writes this rubbish? Who? Anyway, I was already done by now, but I decided, you know what, let's just go ahead with it. Bring me one of those brats over there. Kayode stood up and then grabbed his chair, which chair boy brats, pulled it and came to this corner over here. And he put his foot on it, brought out his imaginary gun, cocked it, and looked at us. Let us play a little game. The rules are simple. If by the count of 3, you have not placed a bullet in the skull of our righteous priest, then I shall blow open the skull of this young brat. 1. This was Howard's Hollywood award-winning performance moment. Ye shall be punished for this, ye animal. Ye shall burn in the very fiery pits of hell itself. Listen to me, child. You have to do this. Sacrifice me. It's the only way ye can stop this savage of a man. Do it. Sacrifice me. Ah. Kneeling down there, I raised my gun to Howard, the priest's head, and I pulled the trigger. And scene, cut. Fellas, that was some excellent reading. Let's bring it even better to the camera, okay?
In a land torn apart by war, a people ruled and ravaged by greed, where rebels rise in defiance and death dangles at every door, one man will risk everything he has, everything he is, and question all that he ever believed in a quest to discover the truth. From executive producer Howard Flynn comes the biggest action thriller of the year, Black Blood.
And I shall bring my wrath upon this land, and all shall know my rage, and all shall fear my name, and the blood that shall flow from the fury of my vengeance shall be black.
Black Blood.
As time went by, we started filming. We started shooting. The truth was I should have quit this movie from the beginning. I should have. But of course, Sonny, one day, listen, let me tell you something. You see this Howard Flynn that owes me a favor like this? I talked to him. I asked him, I said, all these things that my artists don't like, I don't like it. And he personally promised me that we are going to cut it out. He did. He promised me they're going to change it. Of course, they weren't going to change anything. But the truth is, it wasn't just Sonny. It was also me. I needed the money. What? Look, don't look at me like that. You've heard the story before. Struggling actor, scraping to make ends meet, grabs whatever opportunity he can. You've all heard it before. You've all done it. I mean, what is the price of a soul? It's its own survival. But what is a living body when the soul is dead? A few days ago, I quit. I was done with this. I was done. You see, Larry had told me something accidentally. At least I think it was accidental. He said, if there was some truth in what he said to me, then I know that my quitting would have raised up a storm that I'd rather not face. But I couldn't face myself. This film was killing my soul. I couldn't face it. I went up to Howard and I told him I quit. You should have seen the way Howard looked at me. It wasn't that I was just going to put a strain on the performance and, take it all the way back, for recasting, shooting, all of that. No. He looked at me like as if I had insulted him. He was livid. He was mad. I mean, if you see the fight that broke out, they had to call Sonny to come and separate the fight. I was here in my dressing room, in the corner over here, trying to pack my bag and leave. Jeje. Howard was here, Toby was behind him, and Larry was here. Sonny walked in to hell. Howard was over here trying to kill me, gunning for my head. You fucking ingrate. You know what? I'm gonna rip your fucking head off with my fucking bare hands. Toby was behind him, egging him on. All right, Howard, that's what you need to do. I'll hold him down for you myself. Only Larry was in the middle here, stopping Howard from committing murder in the first. Howard, come on. Howard, Victor, stop packing that bag. Everyone, please, just calm down. Sonny walked in by the door with his mouth open, sweeping the floor. Brothers, what is going on here? Who slapped whose mama? Sonny, you better get your boy in order. Because if his antics set this production back even one bit, I'm holding you responsible. Look, please, I don't want any trouble. I will just pack my bags and go quietly. One day, go where? And why are you packing a bag? Because I quit. What? Oh, you don't quit, Chimizi. You're fired. Larry, peacemaker. Come on, Howard. He's not fired. And Victor, you're not quitting, okay? You are not quitting. It's awfully unprofessional if you ask me. I don't care. I don't care. I want my star actor. No, I need my star actor. I don't know what mumbo jumbo juju hex of a spell he's got that man's head filled with. It was madness. Everyone was lunging at each other, shouting, screaming, back and forth. Only Larry was stopping us from killing ourselves. He even tried to get Sonny to even help him. Toby, stop making this worse. Howard, for the love of God, put down that hammer. Victor, Sonny, please help me keep Victor calm. When I don't even know what the crisis is, Jesus Christ. For a second, everything in the room calmed down. You would think the Son of Man actually heard Sonny. Larry now explained things to him. Mr. Washington is dropping out of the movie. What? He says he's not going to do the part if Victor is not playing Tiger. Yeah, my box office hit is dropping out of that damn project. I know that this is bad, though. But what does that have to do with my clients? It's because of him! Victor? Mr. Washington says he's not playing the part if Victor is not playing Tiger. What? You're a stinking ingrate, Chimizi. That's what you are. A stinking ingrate. That is exactly what you are. I don't care. If you don't take that role, Howard, I will. Okay. Howard, you need to. Howard wasn't even having it at all. Now you listen to me, Sonny, and your boy Chimizi better listen up too. I had enough of it. My name is Chimezie. Chimezie. Ona come Chimizi. Afambu Chimezie. Learn how to pronounce it. I thought I was raking. Howard gave it to me. I don't give a damn fuck what your name is. You know why? Because you're nameless. You're a nobody, that's your name. You only exist to fill up the fucking population. When you walk down the street, not a single head's gonna turn in your direction. I, Howard Flynn, I make heads turn. Hell, I make the fucking heads that make heads turn. And you think you want to take me on? You poor soul. I will crush you. I will destroy you. I will fire you from this movie and make sure you never work in this town again. That one just shook Sonny to his legs. Howard, no. Howard, come on, Howard. We need to talk about this thing, eh? Let us just go outside for 5 minutes, get a bit of fresh air, come on. You know, to settle this complication here. Eh, Howard, it's me, it's Sonny Chooks, Howard. 5 minutes. Businessman to businessman. Business. Let's talk. And when we're done, Chimmies, you better hope you still have yourself a job. With that, Howard and Sonny left the room. The door had hardly even closed before Larry came rushing at me. Victor, how could you do this? How could you do this to me, Victor? Why would you do this to me, Victor? What were you what on God's green and blue earth were you thinking? Larry, you need to understand that. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt your project. I told you what I did in the strictest confidence. I risked my job, my integrity. Did you speak to Mr. Washington about the script? I had absolutely nothing to do with Mr. Washington's decision to quit this film. Did you tell him about your opinions about the script? We may have engaged in a petit tete-a-tete, but I don't think I remember what I said. Come on, Victor! Come on! I know you! Come on! Fine. I may have expressed to him that I feel this movie is a regressive, stereotypical, poorly painted portrait of Africa, which is meant to cater to a partially innocuous, partially oppressive, but altogether misinformed Western public in its quite ostensible need to establish inferior counterparts so as to maintain a superior nationalistic complex. That's what I said to him. Oh, dear God. Oh, dear God. Victor, why? Victor! Oh, dear God. Oh, dear God. Oh, dear Jesus. Calm down, Larry. Calm down, Larry. We can fix this. Look, Victor, right now, Howard and Larry are outside and they're having a talk. I'm sure they can come to an amicable settlement that will make you very, 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 very. I am not doing this for the money. Why does anybody get that? Why do people just assume? Larry, look, I'm not doing this for the money. That is not my intention. Please. I understand, Victor. I do. I didn't mean to hurt Larry's project. You have to believe me, I didn't. That was not my intention. Look, Larry, I don't even want to quit. Then don't. Victor, don't. Don't quit, Victor. I have to do something. Victor, look, I understand. I totally get where you're coming from. Do you know what amuses me? It's how people feel that they understand something that they've never experienced before. Do you understand? You understand how I feel. Don't laugh. I do. I totally get where you're coming from. No, you don't, Larry. And that right there is the problem. You don't. Yes, you may empathize. Yes. But you are the rich man in the house up the hill, staring out of his window down at the poorless, homeless beggar on the streets. You are not the one who should tell me this, Larry. You don't understand. Yes, you may understand for fear of what it might feel like in his place, but not as he actually feels in his place. You're not the one whose heritage is being raped and ridiculed every time it appears on screen. You're not the one whose poorly painted portrait is hung up there for the whole world to gaze at, pitying the distortion, but not doing anything to change it. Not even wanting you to do anything to change it. Do you know why? So that they can gaze at something twisted. So when they get back to their houses and they stare at their own reflections, no matter how grotesque it is, it still appears good. You do not know my pain. I'm not the one who is merely a shadow. Okay, Victor. Okay. So, what are you going to do next? I don't know. Somewhere, somehow, something will come up. Well, for what it's worth, it was a pleasure meeting you, Mr. Chimezie. Larry, you pronounced my name right. What can I say? I've been practicing. It's a pleasure to have met you too, Mr. Larry. Just then, Sonny came bursting into the room. Everything is calm in this place. It's calm in school. Everyone okay? Okay. Larry left us. But one look at this boy and I knew he had done something. He had that mischievous grin in his eyes. He had that glint of mischief. I knew he had done something. Sonny, what have you done? One business. Sonny Chooks has handled business. Look, I not only got you your job back, but I also got you a fucking raise. What? They're gonna bump your salary up by 20%. What? And that's not all. I did a bit of negotiation and I got your face on the poster. Hey, one day, your face is going to be right next to the stars, where your face belongs one day. Tell me you don't love me. Booyaka, baby, tell me you don't love me. Did you hear anything I said? Have you been listening to anything I have said? Because if you have, you would know, one day I heard you. I heard you. Yes, I heard you. You say, I don't want to do the film again. I heard you. I also heard my wife when she said, I don't want kids. But here we are, 3 babies and 1 more on the way. So, no, I wasn't doing this anymore. No. I told him, he can go to hell for all I care. I'm not going to fall for his bag of tricks. I'm leaving this place. If he wants to shoot the film, he can go and do it himself. I went back to packing my bags. But of course, Sonny being Sonny, kept on talking like as if he wasn't hearing what I was saying. Victor, let us talk about something here, because it just occurred to me while I was outside. This your relationship with Mr. Washington. I like the angle you are working on him from. One day, we can leverage on that, you understand? And then when the promotion for this film now come out, one day, hey! The publicity is going to be mad. It's going to be bunkers, baby, bunkers, you understand? Victor, I'm talking to you now, Victor. Victor, one day I'm talking to you. At least respect me enough to talk to me back. Victor, stop packing that damn bag. Victor! Chimezie! Sonny rushed and grabbed my bag, and then we began to tussle back and forth with it. Look, Sonny, leave this bag. Go. One day, if I talk to you, you will listen to me when I'm talking to you. You will listen to every damn thing I have to say to you. Sonny, leave this bag. Go. If you want, bitch, you better. You know what? Keep it. I wasn't going to do this with him anymore. I was done. I'm not doing this. And I told him that there was nothing he could do to make me do this film. I quit! God damn it, I quit! Sonny didn't like that too. Sonny flipped. I've never seen him flipped like this before in my life. Fuck you, Chimezie! I said what? Fuck you! Fuck your mother! Fuck your father! Fuck the damn fucking shit that you sent in this country with! You're gonna fucking do this to me? You're gonna fucking do this to us? Do you know what I have sacrificed? Do you know what I have sacrificed to be here? Sonny, are you even listening to yourself? Tell me, have you even read the script? Yeah? Have you read that script? What part of that script disgusts you the most? That cesspit of a portrayal. I don't fucking care. That is not what I am talking about. I am talking strictly business here. And I am talking about the identity of a people. Tell me, Sonny. No. Let's check it out. Since you are so hell-bent, tell me, what's your favorite part in this? Tell me, is it the cannibal voodoo priest? Is it the wrestling match with a lion? Is it the portrayal of poverty? Or is it the half-naked, AIDS-ridden mothers with their pot-bellied babies with mucus constantly running down their nose? Is it? Look at me when I'm talking to you. That is not the damn point. It isn't. And even if these things that this script is talking about are they lies, is it not true? Is it not true, Victor, in the script? Is it not true? Oh, dear God, Sonny. I'm not talking about what is true or false, Sonny. I am talking about the completeness of a people. Their totality, Sonny. The good, the bad, the ugly, the beautiful, and everything in between. Don't you understand? Look, Sonny, if you deny a people their completeness, then you've killed them. And God knows, I'm tired of being a murderer, Sonny. Fuck you. Victor, I said what? Fuck you. I am just trying to make a living here. I am trying to work the system and beat it. That is exactly what everyone says, and they end up being part of the damn system. Hi. Hey, whoa. Victor. Okay, Victor. Chimeze, let us talk. You are talking about posterity, Abby? Okay. I am a father. I have 3 children and a 4th one on the way. They expect daddy to put food on their table and clothes on their back. The little ones will not even mind a toy or two. Victor? That is my job. I have to do that today, here, now, today, Victor, today. What about tomorrow? What do you want your children to believe tomorrow? That crawling is the highest they can attain? That the crumbs are the best that they can eat? I don't fucking care as long as they eat. I am just a businessman. Victor. Sonny, that is the problem. You are not just. You are not just, Sonny. You are more. I am more. We are more. Our existence is more. We are humans. We are souls. We live. We breathe. You and I. We love. We cry. We laugh. We die like all men do. But when they look at us, all they see is darkness. Darkness being eaten by their own shadows. Don't you understand? Sonny, we are more. If others look at us and they see that which is less, fine, those are their eyes. They can see with it whatever they wish. But if you and I, Sonny, if we don't fight with every moving muscle in our body, with every single heartbeat of conviction from hearts already being eaten by those damn shadows, one day, Sonny, the outlines of our silhouettes, those trivial tracings which are our only grip of form, which are the only things reminding us that inside those damn shadows are flesh and blood and a people bursting with passion. Those lines will fade. And then we won't even be mere shadows. We will be nothing. You hear me? Nothing. The tortoise must carry his own shell. So here I am. Bags packed. Once I walk out that door, it's over. I can't continue lying to myself. I can't tell myself that it's just one more movie. No. A man has to stand for something. He has to believe in something. I don't want to quit. It feels weird. I've never walked out of a production before, but I know deep down within me that it's the only thing left to do. We cannot continue bringing the rope to our own gallows. We can't. So I ask you, what would you do? It's not a rhetorical question. I am really asking you a question. What would you do?